for your message or messages. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot. Yes, big cat, come in. If you've been rocking with me for a while, darling dear, many a day, in the dominoes, the 2 and the 5 has been coming up. And when you see the 2 and the 5 in the domino come up, it means there's going to be a defeat in public office. Well, lo and behold, what came up yesterday? The 2 and the 5. So everybody's like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. Guess what happened? The Dalai Lama, blood. That was the biggest defeat in public office I've seen since gosh, there's so many things going on at the moment. All that was first is about to be last. I couldn't believe my eye chakras. That poor little boy, how all he wanted was a hug. Next thing you know, it was a kiss on the cheek. Next thing you know, Dalai Lama wanted a kiss on the lips. Next thing you know, he was asking for his tongue to be sucked off. And everybody sitting in the audience was laughing and clapping. Listen. If that had been my little boy, they'd have been taking me out in chains. What do you mean? I told you, big cat, things are afoot. This is why we are having this prayer move. On the 23rd of April, right? Yes, 2023, at 3:33 a.m. and 3:33 p.m. Yes, baby, we are going to be taking the knee. I'm going to be starting my fasting and my minimalistic eating and whatever from today, because I told you, the moon, when the moon is in your sun sign, darling dear, this is when you can tap into your sacred energy, darling dear, your Christus oil. Yes, baby, so I'll be tapping in. If you are a Capricorn sun, darling dears, right, at 5:33 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, right, the moon will be in our sun sign until 8:42 p.m. on the 13th, darling dears. Yes, baby. That time you've got to be minimalistic with your eating. No sugar, no flour, no meat, no fried, no nothing. And if you're forced, if you can't hold your belly that long, right, you can have vegetables. Vegetables, I'm saying like my children say, vegetables. I know how to speak like an adult, but when you listen to the children, everything's vegetables. Anyhow, yes, baby, if you can't hold yourself, if you feel like you need to cook something, don't use no oil. You can possibly use a bit of coconut oil on it. And if you have to eat meat, only fish. And if you're going to cook the fish, you better not put nothing on it. No salt, no pepper, no nothing. You cook it in the coconut oil. Yes, baby, the Dalai Lama was revealed. I wonder if the 2 and the 5 is going to come out again today, darling dears, on the dominoes. Because everything is in our eye chakras right now. As the what? The last is about to be first. And the first are being last. It's all coming out now, big cat. I couldn't believe it. I was so disgusted. And then the Dalai Lama's office is putting out an apology. Oh, he wasn't sorry, blood. Who wants to suck off an 87-year-old's tongue? Not even an adult. Right? What do you mean? Good God. Listen, they'd have to drag me back, blood. I would have slipped out of my wig and then it would have been on and popping, mate. On and popping. Was the boy's parents clapping and laughing as well? Did his dad like that? Let me tell you something. Outrageous for sure, big cat. I'm still sweating. Anyhow, let's carry on with the read. Let's go with the planetary energies. The Sun and Jupiter are uniting in Aries today, darling dears. Yes, it is. You may have been rethinking and reassessing your professional vision, darling dears, and trying to change the trajectory of your career. Giving back to others opens your heart to new possibilities and will put a smile on your face. Always give back, darling dear. In the form of volunteering, I don't know, whatever form suits you, darling dears. Give back, help out another person. This is what will fill up your heart with joy and give you new direction. And as I said, we've got with the Skulldugger's moon is waning and gibbous, right? Or gibbous, right? Gibbous means what? A time for reflection, darling dears. To align with what you want to be going on. It's entering Capricorn at 5:33 p.m. It's leaving Sagittarius and entering Capricorn. It's still a good day for surgical procedures, right? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so Saturn rules the skin, the bones, the teeth, the knees, and the ears. Surgery is good, but not on any of those body parts, darling dears. They're hypersensitive during this time, and you will end up under all sorts of medications, right? And possibly speaking to your ancestors, right? So it's good for surgery, but not, I repeat, not on your skin, bones, teeth, knees, and ears, right? As I was saying, the one in Gibbonus moon enters Capricorn. The goals that are most important to you at this moment can get more attention, darling dear. Focus, big cat, focus. I can't even click because I've got I told you the shoulders has gone into the wrist, right? But I'm sorting it out. Thank you very much for the support you've given me, big cat. Most appreciated. You'll feel more stable and secure if you're making progress, or feel you will be making progress. You will hit your stride in some way, and it will feel fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. I can't believe it well, I believe it because I saw it with my eye chakras, right? My own eye chakras. And I had my spectacles of truth on, darling dears. Let me tell you something. I was laying down on my bed, and when I saw that, I sat up, and my fingers got to walking because I said, this must be a joke. No, blood. Who wants to suck off an 87-year-old man's tongue? Just imagine how his mouth was all musty. Big L for the Dalai Lama. Defeat in public office. I feel like we need to go straight to the dominoes. Let's see if it'll come out again today, because our eyes are being opened. True natures are being revealed, darling dears. It's so disgusting. I told you it'd be often popping my progeny, especially with my last two progenies that were cut from me. My progeny, my stomach muscles hadn't regained what it had once before. My lick back, what? Listen, it'd be on and popping, right? And when I'll be like, no, I'm okay now. You can let me go. And as soon as they let me go, I'm on them again, blood. That Dalai Lama would have had a fat eye, a chocation, and a quick chop. I told you, I would have used my limb destructors. Yeah. If his parents was laughing in the audience, they're a fool as well. Accursed fools. Apology. That would be a habeas corpus, right? Legal action. I'd sue everybody. Everybody's getting sued. Yeah. What's this? Fell all the way over here. Oh, it's not the 2-5, darling. This. We have a 6 and a 1. The 6 is represented by the lovers, darling dears. Gemini energy, ruled by Mercury. The lover speaks about what? Making right choices, as well as being on the frequency to attract whom deserves to be in your hemisphere. It also speaks about new partnerships, whether romantical, business, or friendship-wise, coming your way, darling dears. Love it. We also have the energy of the 1, which is the Fool in tarot, darling dears. The Fool is represented by air as well as Uranus energy. So Uranus, the sudden change of it all, darling dears. But it also speaks about the liberation from awakening. But you have to what? Step into your individualism and what? Be innovative with it, darling dears. Which all ties into what? The planetary energies, right? The Capricorn moon, darling dear, being wanning. Your goals must be of import, darling dears. Some of you will be what? Rehashing, rethinking, reshaping, but you are on the right path, being divinely guided. The energy of the 1-6. It speaks about, for some, it's going to be a second marriage, a long-term situation. It could be what? The second best friend you ever had. But this is the best, a better best friend. One which is on your vibrating level, darling dears. A marriage could also represent what? A partnership. A better partnership could be business. Listen, it's popping off, darling dears, and things are working out for you. Yes, oh yes, I must go back to it. Because many of you are wondering about the colon cleanse you can do at home. As I said, you get the Epsom salts, food grade, darling dears. I usually use 3 big tablespoons, which I did this morning, and I do it with half a cup of hot water, right? And then I fill it up the rest of the way with cold water. Then I squeeze lemon and lime into it, because I'm telling you, it tastes like And I'm not spitting on nothing in my kitchen because I've got to clean it up. I haven't got a maid yet. Notice the yet. Hey. But you use this, darling dears, and it doesn't hurt your tummy. You know, like sometimes when you take a laxative clean out, you're begging for your one-teeth granny to come and heal you with her medicinal hands, darling dears. I'm telling you, some of them laxative stuff, gee whiz. It's punching you in the belly. It's making you want to vomit. You're sweating. None of this happens. What it actually does is it breaks down all of the feces, the matter, right, in your colons, darling dears. It breaks it into a watery proportion, but I'm telling you, you will blow out that toilet, darling dear. It jettisons out at a high speed, and the smell is well and truly rotten. What? Listen, I'm going to tell you what I did. I went to the toilet this morning, right, and that happened to me. And I was thinking to myself, because normally when I come out the toilet, after I have to go a number 2, I like to chuck bleach down the toilet because it kills all smells, plus it's cleaning up. So I cleaned up the toilet with the bleach and everything. But then I didn't put as much as before. Because I said, you know what? I've been smelling progeny poo for years. They can smell mine. Let's see who's going to check me, boo. No one did. But they didn't look happy, mate. I heard discussions in the hallways. I heard discussions on the stairs. But they weren't going to come and say nothing to me. Right? The next thing I wanted to show you before I move on, you said you wanted to know what teas I drink. I drink this one, right? Notice that I get it in a long package because I be hungry and it staves off the hunger, but it's good for you, darling dears. The ginger with the turmeric, and it's got fig in it, right? So you can't have no sugar. It's already sweet, right? And if you want it to be sweeter, just dip your finger into the tea because you are sweet, big cat. Why? Because we're besties. You can get it from that online Amazon's cave. Yes, baby, Amazon. Online Aladdin's cave, darling dears. And you can drink this while you're going through your what? Sacred secretion, getting into your Christus oil, darling dears. Put the mochas to one side because you're not allowed to have no coffee, no stimulants, no Pepsis, none of that. Yeah. Like every time I think about the Dalai Lama, I feel my muscles pumping up and I can feel myself raising to the balls of my feet. Somebody would have got a fat eye. They'd have been, their bald is a war, and all of them are bald. Listen, head butt season, because they've got no hair to grab. It would have been head butting season. You can have a butt. You can have a butt. Listen, even my ears came off to listen. It'd be fighting season, blood, and everybody's getting sued. Everybody's getting sued. I'll be like, yes, I've calmed down. Let me go. As soon as they let me go, I'm in there again, blood. Yeah, who told you to believe me? Outrageous, sucking off his 87-year-old tongue, and then he just wants to send out a note to say that he's sorry. Sorry, my blood clot. Got to take it to Jamaica, guys. Got to take it to Jamaica, right? My son would have had to have psychological evaluations. I would have to be watching him closely. He wouldn't even be able to get a wink of sleep at night. You'd hear the floorboard, the next thing you know, mummy's over his bed. Are you all right, son? You're good? Are you good? Listen! Everybody's going to be nervous because of what he did. Listen, I'm sucking my 31 teeth again. I could talk about this for a whole hour. I could. And I still will find more material to talk about, blood. But we're going to press on at a hot trot. Let's get the runestone, darling dears. Remember, the 6 and the 1 goes to a 7, darling dears. 7 is a highly spiritual number. Pushing you to what? Be analytical, analyze, darling dears. Get to the knowledge, right? It's time for introspection on on your career goals, the trajectory of your career, darling dears. And if you're a big cat, you've got multiple pies in the oven, which you are what? Tending to in silence, like Mac Duck, darling dears. Like Mac Duck. Throat, I tell you, I've got the jazz hands. Throat punches would have been bandied around, blood. What do you mean? And where was he taking the little boy's hand? Because he held onto his hand. What was the little boy's hand on? Right? Listen. Because you know, when you're watching something on the YouTube, now you can just go like this and you can blow up the screen so you can listen. I was in there investigating, blood. I was. You have what? Perthro, darlings, dears. This is represented by the High Priestess in Tarot. It speaks about being mysterious. It also speaks about your intuitive nature. This is about what secrets are about to be revealed to you. Seek and ye shall find, darling dears. It also speaks about hidden things. Something is about to be revealed to many, darling dears. It also speaks about what? Somebody's uncertain at this moment in time. You are being what? Told to go within. Pray about it, darling dears. Take the time to sit amongst yourself. I sit amongst I, myself, and me a lot, darling dears. Right? And if you see me outside in the street, right, and I'm walking down the road and in a full argument, don't interrupt. I'm having a board meeting with I, myself, and me, right? And all three of us will pick on you. Perthro, represented by the letter P. Lean in, big cat. Lean in. The numbers 8, 9, 10, and 11. For others, this is representative of the mother energy. It could also represent pregnancy or a birth, darling dears. Maybe somebody's thinking about a pregnancy that they're actually going through. Or it could also speak about the pregnancy of infinite possibilities, the birthing of what? A spiritual practice, using your healing hands in the right way, darling dears. Wagwan, Brandy. Brandy Jackson, you back again? I see you. Ha ha. Love it. The High Priestess is represented by water as well as moon energy. It speaks about what? Somebody's going to be secretive around you, darling dears. Very secretive, but they don't understand. Your third eye is buffed up to a bitchin' shine at this moment in time. You'll be able to intuitively know what gwan, and you will what? Act accordingly, darling dears. They secretive, you're even more secretive as you plan your getaway. Love it. I don't hate it. It also speaks about your feminine energy, your power, darling dears, as well as your potential. It's time for you to tap into your potential. People are living according to a limitation. You are limitless, darling dears. You are an infinite being. Pardon me, that was a spiritual belch because I speaks the truth. Pinkies up. That Dalai Lama left a bad taste in my mouth, blood. Right, let's get your oracle ancestral message. Everything's falling over because I've got the fan on. Listen, I have got to keep my temperature down, blood. I have to. This one came up. Was it meant to come out? Or shall I put... Now I'm going to look. Oh, candles in reverse. Somebody who was trying to do some castation on you, darling dear, right, is crying into their fist because that negative energy had to go somewhere. Why? Your ancestral team ain't having it, blood. Yes. Candles usually in the upright means make a wish. Your wish is about to come through as you blow them out, darling dears. But we know, as high priests and priestesses, we don't blow out candles. It's bad luck. We get a paper and we wave it out, darling dears. We never put our breath on a candle. Somebody wished something in particular, something in particularly awful, darling dear. A set of bad circumstances to come against you. And we already saw the High Priestess. Somebody maybe even speaking on your spirituality, darling dear, calling you a witch, right? A worker of what? Chaos. They're saying all of these things, but nothing you're doing is saying these things. So therefore that energy has to go somewhere. Someone's making himself into be a dummy bat, and they're getting spiritual consequences. Being on the docket in Keitha. Well, I did tell you. I did. All this nasty energy about being bandied around. It's got to go somewhere, not to the big cat. Some more intel, please. Some more oracle intel from the ancestral team. Going into union, you saw it do a forward roll. And we also have what? Is it Samhain? It speaks about death, darling dear, transformation season. We already saw the Gemini energy. So partnerships, darling dears, are afoot. We also have the energy of the one, which is the magician, the badass alchemist ways. Did I say the fool before? Freudian slip. Meant to come out, darling dears. The one is the magician. This is about what? Having all of the tools. It speaks about what? Manifestation mode. Calling in what you truly deserve. And for others, it speaks about a short journey. Somebody's planning a short journey, darling dears. Well, guess what? If you told a dummy bat, They're wishing death on you. You better make sure you check and recheck your tires, your flight, even change your flight time. Don't tell anyone when you're traveling. Tell them when you get back, darling dear. If you're missing, blood. Death card. Someone who wished some badness on you, darling dears. Their mouth is about to be shut in a big way. And look, someone in the background, when they was wishing that wickedness on you, your ancestors saw everything, darling dears. Their actions and their words and their energy has been caught. The Union card also speaks about, for me, it's also representative of the Empress in Tarot, darling dears. This speaks about abundance. The Empress is represented by Earth as well as Venus energy. Venus is the ruler of what? Pleasure, romance, femininity, beauty, art, and money. Skrilla.com. Venus rules Taurus as well as Libra energy, darling dears. Venus takes what? 23 days to 2 months to traverse each house, darling dears. So something important is coming towards you in the next 23 days to 2 months, darling dears. Maybe the plans that you have about to transform into, darling dears, is going to take another 2 months. You have to remember, everything is about divine timing. We've got to wait on divine timing, because when we make plans, God is laughing, like, planning for what? And he run things. Yeah. Somebody who had a bit of wickedness in their heart for you, darling dear, made all of these wicked plans for you, planned your death for everything to fail. And I told you, we already saw the High Priestess. If you are on your spiritual journey, you have some form of spiritual practice, whatever it is, darling dear, they were saying bad things about you, talking about chaos magic. Their mouth is about to be shut. But not by you, big cat. Why? Because no one's checking for them, boo. Who's checking for them? Too busy what? Getting fertile, darling dears. It could also be the fertility of abundance, new ideas. It could mean about pregnancy as well as engagement. And pregnancy may not even be progeny, pregnant with new ideas, right? We've already seen it in the planetary energies. The trajectory of your career, darling dear, is about to change for many. The wicked have always got strength, haven't they? They need to stop that, mate. Right? Base of the deck. What they try to initiate for you, darling dear. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Something was written down maybe on parchment, darling dears, as they burn candles, but now they're crying into their fist. Why? Because you got your MC hammer on, darling dear. Can't touch this. Why? You wasn't wishing wickedness on anyone. You just took yourself away. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power. Your power grid, darling dear. You left them to what? Hit the road, just like Jack. Let's get the deck of the wicked. Let me turn off the fan because it keeps knocking everything over. You may even hear of the death of one of these wicked ones that's been casting aspersion on your godly name, darling dear. Or they're at death's door, right? The death card in tarot is represented by Scorpio energy. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, right? Pluto is also the ruler of obsession, darling dears. And it also speaks about this, down into their subconscious mind is focused on you, darling dear. I told you. Went as far as casting spell work, eh? Well, guess what? They have a restraining order on them in the spiritual realm. Hey! Locked and bound in what they wanted for you, big cat. Right? What did I say? Incurable illness. You're going to hear about some things, and when you hear it, you must do what? That's right, big cat. Say, because karma is not discriminatory, darling dears. What's this? Fell off the back end. What did I just say? They are in court. Spiritual court. They may even be in court on Malkuth, darling dears. Right? What's this? I broke into your house and took some of your underwear. That alone deserves a good lockup, mate. What do you mean? Took your underwear to do what with? Right? And I'm sure if they took underwear, it wasn't the clean ones. Serendipity, fortunate events. And look, I just said this. Are we going to get it on the dominoes? Look, a public figure right? Social media and a platform, darling dears. Someone else is about to be unmasked in the wickedest way in the next 24 hours. Pay attention, big cat. Pay attention. Hey. Fortunate events for us, because we got the what tip. We was tipped at the post, mate. We'll be looking out for it. It's going to be somebody major, and it may be somebody who has a social media platform. They're about to be unmasked in the wickedest of ways. Let's watch this. Let's keep a watch here. Keep a watch. Final one. Look! You saw me shuffle, and look. There's 120 cards here. Someone, a public figure, is about to be unmasked again within the next 24 hours, darling dears. They may have a social media platform, or you'll see it on your social media, darling dears. But we're definitely going to see it. Right. Let's press on, darling dears. Let's press on. Right? Because every time your mind can be skullduggerous, the conscious mind. All I can think about is the Dalai Lama with his tongue sticking out, and that poor boy. Who wants to suck off an 87-year-old tongue, lad? Let's get a deck and get right into what's going on. Base of the deck. Yeah, wisdom is for the wise. This is the Hierophant Taurus energy, darling dears. This speaks about what? Spiritual ascension. It also speaks about stepping in authority. Maybe somebody's going to get an intel because something is moving with a quickness, darling dears, from a new job. As I said, maybe somebody's about to start their spiritual practice. Start it, darling dears. Start it. The only people that's going to mind is the ones that can't see it for you, and they can't see it for you because they can't see it for themselves. Let nobody put a limitation on what you can achieve on this Malkuth, darling dears. The stars, the planets are the limit. How about that? We don't go for sky, we go for planets. Hierophant energy also speaks about some kind of a ceremony. Maybe somebody's going to be invited to a wedding. We already saw the bands. Maybe you'll be meeting your true divinely guided partner. For some, that's for those that want to be in a partnership, darling dears. I don't care who it is that you want, darling dear. Remember, Boosie Badass, investigate. Yeah, okay then. Right? Because these narcs have stepped it up, guys. They understood that we understand what's going on, darling dear. And some of them are such good perpetrators, doppelgangers. Right? And again, this speaks about formal training. Maybe somebody's thinking of going into higher education, or they'll be putting together some kind of formal training course. Do it, darling dears. We are in the age of Aquarius. Everything is online. Get your shiznai online. And again, it goes back to our formal training. You're going to be in a position where you'll be able to use your formal training, understanding reading the room, the energy, walking into the room with your shoulders back, head up, as though God called you in there, darling dears. And remember, the wisest person in the room is the one that says less. Keeping this right here. Jumped out again. What's this? We've got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups can also speak about an offer coming towards you. The Knight of Cups is water as well as air energy. It also speaks about seduction, darling dears, and a first date. Some, like I said, will be getting an offer of love, darling dear, but investigate who it is. I don't care who it is. I don't care if they come in holding Jesus and Buddha's hand, blood. They must be investigated. It could be a mind control programming they've got on them, or they've put that dick rape drink in there. Listen, everyone gets investigated, yeah? Yeah, okay. It also speaks about someone who's charming, darling dears. Somebody who's about to master their true ways. But God is telling you to look deeper. Look deep within, darling dears. Look deep within. Research. Keyboard gangster is the big cat way. Let's continue with the shuffling. Did I? Yeah. Let's give it a turn. I didn't see. We saw the strength card. The strength card is about knowing your worth and adding tax, not allowing yourself to be drawn into anyone else's drama, because misery loves company. And quite frankly, we don't have the edges, the hairline for it, darling dears. We've only just replenished it in the name of the Most High. Clarify the Knight of Cups. This offer coming towards the big cat. Yeah, it could even be from a past person. Yeah, why? Because they see the opportunities that you've created for yourself, darling dears. One where you've got a hairline, blood. One where you've got infinite possibilities. And it also speaks about nostalgia. Someone that tried to manifest you back through pictures or use the picture of you, darling dears, to try and wrought wickedness on you. What's this? What did I say? Because of your hard work. They've seen that you're being recognized, or they've seen you what? Be recognized as a master craftsperson in your field. It also speaks about teamwork, darling dears. Somebody's wishing that they'd worked harder with you. Really? If they'd have worked any harder, me and you would not have met on this Malkuth, darling dears. I would have met you on the spiritual side. Because if they'd worked hard on you, you'd be brown bread, blood. Brown blood. Wishing they'd worked harder with you, eh? Clarify that. Look, Emperor in the reverse. This is a narc, darling dear. A super narc. A high commander Decepticon. Somebody who's controlling, shape-shifting, and mean. And soulless. Yes, baby. Someone who you gave your back to, darling dear. Your shapely back. Law 16 of the 48 Laws of Power. Someone, it may have been a partner, it could have been a family member, it could have been a co-worker, whatever the paradigm is for you, darling dears. Clarify this Six of Cups. They would love to manifest you back. They got nostalgia, but guess what? You're the karma for them. It also speaks about balance. And justice is Libra energy. Libra is the 7th house, darling dear. The 7th house of sharing, of contract. Somebody who didn't share with you, darling dear. You was contracted to meet this person in this lifetime. Until you no longer want to be in their company. You want to be by yourself, mate, on a hillside or sitting on a rock, right? Talking to God, hermit energy. Whoever this person or people are, they betrayed you, darling dears, right? 7 of Pentacles. This is a situation that you put a lot of time in. You expected to have the right harvest in that situation. King of Cups. You was extremely loyal to a situation that was not loyal to you. Clarify the Knight of Cups, please. Yes. Whomsoever wants to make an offer to you, God is telling you to think once, twice, and thrice. Why? Because they're an opportunist. A broke pocketers. Buddy! Have you got a dime? They ain't got no money. A full-on hyacinth bucket or Horatio bucket, right? And it also speaks about what? You have a progeny that's about to tell you a lie, darling dears. Something to do about their whereabouts. They're up to no good. Up to no good. Watch them like a hawk, darling dears, and question them better than the FBI. Somebody's progeny is going to tell them a lie today. Yes, baby. 10 of Pentacles means it's the truth roof. It's a yes card. Listen, you're gonna be sitting down and looking at your progeny like this, or the person from the past. Are you serious? You really expect me to believe that she's naive when I've got all of my spiritual eyes on you? It also speaks about being gifted. After what? Losing money in a situation. Some of you may have been in a situation for some time, because this is a child, the fledgling stage of a romance, darling dear. A cup that was meant to teach you a lesson, the lesson of self-love. 10 of Pentacles also speaks about the breaking of a generational curse, darling dears. Why? Because of your spiritual strength. When you have God at your side, darling dear, you can overcome anything. 9 of Wands. In the upright, I might add, Sagittarius energy as well as the moon. Sagittarius is the only weaponized zodiac sign, darling dears. Don't you know? Pinkies up. Again, it's about what? Continue, darling dears. Many of you may not see the light at the ending of the tunnel. Many of you are working on something or have been working on something for some time. But Divine is telling you to keep on keeping on. Remember, things come to you in Divine's timing, not your timing, darling dears. And remember, it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert in your field. Or fields of choosing. Lots of messages on the tableau today. Clarify the Hierophant card. Having faith the size of a mustard seed. Yes, baby. Somebody chose to believe many lies told about you by a narc, darling dears. They chose to believe and they know nothing about you, darling dears. Nothing about your religious or spiritual practices. But these tongues, darling dears, Knight of Swords on its face, their mouths are about to be shut. I told you, death card. Their ears are going to be open and their mouth shut. Yes. 5 of Cups on its face, darling dears. On its face. It speaks about what? You accepting your lot in life, which is what the light on the Two of Cups. Understanding that you can begin again at any age. Remember what I told you, darling dears. Everything is only lost when you give up on yourself. Never you ever give up on yourself. Divine gave you a second chance for a reason, big cat. Because you was being manipulated by feeble-minded simpletons, right? Good-looking alfalfas from the backwoods base of the deck. The choice you made when you chose yourself was the right one. You weren't happy. If you had progeny, they weren't happy in there, right? The Sun card also speaks about vacations and holidays. You wasn't happy in a situation where somebody deliberately went out of their way to ruin your holidays, your vacations, any kind of gathering, darling dear. You made the right choice when you chose you. Cut that situation out with a quickness. You was thinking clearly. Possibly the clearest thought was when you chose you in a situation. And it also is in the upright. This is weapons being formed against you, darling dear, giving you depression, making you feel like lack. Return to sender, darling dears. Whomsoever was the candle burner, waiting for you to fail. Right? We already said it, saw the court, darling dear. They're in spiritual court. And what they tried to do to you is now seeking them. Two of Cups. Stop wishing bad on the big cat. Right? The big cat couldn't give two good golly and goshes. Right? What's the matter with them? Can't they allow the spell work, blood? Allow the spell work. What's the matter with them? Every time they try these tricky things, what happens? You get better. Not bitter, better. Somebody, no, we ain't telling them nothing. They've got to go with the consequences they've made for themselves. Let's give these cards one more shifty and see what other messages come up. So many messages came out today. These creatures from the backwoods with yarn for hair. The Dalai Lama is now a creature from the backwoods. Possibly always was. It's the truth. When you see this in the reverse, this is no. I mean, in the upright, it means no. In the reverse, it means yes. And I was talking about the Dalai Lama, right? Yeah. Listen. Can't trust no one. Nobody except yourself, blood. And the wickedest thing, they get the young boys from when they're young, right? Training them into the... I'm not putting down anybody's religion. Because there is some people that are really into it and are doing the right thing. But these have been around young boys all the time. So if he did that on camera, what is he doing to the boys in private? And if he's suffering from some form of dementia, more often than not, when somebody's going through dementia, darling dears, or the Alzheimer's, right, they repeat old actions. They don't know how to mask it, darling dears. They don't. It's outrageous. How many boys has he made suck off his old 87-year-old tongue and God knows what else? I told you I'd be a fighting cat in there. I'd be snarling everything. All eyes will be on me, mate. I'll be like, I'm calm. Please let me go. It was a moment of let me go 1 inch, blood, and I'll be back in there with my limb destructors, mate. I'll be kicking like Jackie Chan. What? And we saw already, right? Another public figure is about to be revealed unto us of their snakeation, darling dears, within the next 24 hours. Remember I told you that. Everything is building up to what? The 23rd of April 2023, big cat. Take that knee with me, please. But then again, we all have free will. Do what you want to do at 3:33 a.m. and 3:33 p.m., right? Because I told you, things are going to be what? Quickening, darling dear. And it also, the ones is also what? Spiritual blessings are coming in quickly. The birds speak about your higher mind, your subconscious. Yes, baby. Look at this new sunrise because a new day is dawning for us, big cats, as the last shall be first and the first shall be last. What's this? All of these opportunists, all of these pretenders, mate, they're about to be unmasked and it's going to happen with a quickness. Quick. Yeah. What else do we need to know? More messages. Oh, fell right into my hand. Right? Listen. Believe it, darling dear. Your eyes are going to reveal a lot of things to you. Believe it, right? Because you're being gifted this by the Most High. Aquarius energy is what? The 11th house. The 11th house is about technology. We're going to see somebody being what? There's snakeation being revealed via technology. Remember, I told you that, darling dear. And they won't be able to talk their way out of this situation. Swords in this way, they're going to have to tell the truth. Ruth, darling dear, the truth is about to be revealed unto us. What did I just say? Ace of Pentacles. The truth is going to be revealed. Base of the deck, darling dear. They're what? Snakeation, darling dear. They're devilish ways. Whatever they've been doing in the dark is about to come to light at a hot trot. People that's been doing things to you, darling dear, they're going to be outed, right? People, public figures that have been hiding their snakeation is about to be outed. They can't stop this trajectory, not when God sits high and looks low. And the rule of the 1,000 years is coming to an end, big cat. An end. Yes. These toxic tricks are about to be unmasked. I've got to go back. I've got to go now, big cat, because I'm really, listen, even my ears fell off my head, right? This Dalai Lama's left a bad taste in my mouth, darling dear. You get all of these priests in the church that are raping up. I didn't mean that. I meant raping off them boys and girls, right? You had what's his name? Jimmy Savile was Prince Charles' best friend. And look what Jimmy Savile did, right? They've only just released Gary Glitter from prison, right? For his wickedness. And next thing you know, he's back in prison again for trying to go on the dark web to look for child, you know what, darling dear. I'm telling you, the wicked have to pay for what they did. And the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. Well, I did tell you. On that note, I drops me mic. Todd love to my Teesprings, Todd love to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat wave. Until we meet again. Cat, cat.